Have you ever opened a can from your pantry, thinking it was harmless, only to later wonder if it might actually harm your health? As we grow older, what we put into our bodies becomes more important than ever. And canned foods, though they look simple and convenient, can sometimes work against us in ways we don't immediately see. Many seniors rely on canned goods because they're easy to store, easy to prepare, and always available. But the truth is, some of these cans carry hidden dangers that slowly chip away at your health, your strength, and even your independence. In this video, we're going to uncover the most dangerous canned foods that seniors should avoid at all costs. These are not just mild warnings, these are real threats that can affect your heart, your brain, and your longevity. By the end, you'll know exactly which cans to stay away from, and how to protect your body so you can live with clarity, energy, and peace of mind. Let's begin. Number 1. Canned soups. Soup feels like the perfect comfort food, warm, light, and easy to prepare when energy is low. But many canned soups are loaded with sodium. In fact, just one serving can contain more than half of your recommended daily intake. For younger people, that might just be concerning. But for seniors, it's dangerous. Too much sodium puts extra strain on the heart, stiffens blood vessels, and raises the risk of strokes and kidney problems. I remember a gentleman named Harold, in his late 70s, who believed soup was a safe and gentle choice. But after years of eating canned soups, his doctor revealed his blood pressure had quietly reached dangerous levels. The troubling part? He never realized how much sodium he was consuming, because the labels can be tricky. Even so-called reduced sodium soups can contain more salt than your body can handle. And as we age, our kidneys don't filter as efficiently. That excess salt lingers in the bloodstream, leading to swelling in the ankles, fatigue, and even episodes of confusion. The danger is subtle. Soup reminds many of us of childhood comfort and home-cooked meals, which makes it easy to overlook the risk. But the truth is, what seems like a light, healing food can turn into a slow burden on the body. The good news? You don't have to give up soup. Choosing low-sodium broths or preparing homemade soups lets you enjoy the same comfort without the harm. It's all about making the choice that keeps your heart strong and your mind clear. And that's why canned soups packed with sodium are one of the deadliest cans seniors should avoid. Number 2. Canned meats. Another hidden danger in the pantry comes from canned meats. At first glance, they look practical, long shelf life, no need for refrigeration, and a quick way to prepare a meal. But the reality behind what's inside the can tells a very different story. But here's the hidden truth about canned meats. Most of them are loaded with preservatives, nitrates, and unhealthy fats that put tremendous strain on an aging body. The same chemicals that make the meat look fresh in the can are linked to heart disease, cancer, and digestive problems. Take the story of Raymond, an 82-year-old who loved keeping canned corned beef on hand for quick sandwiches. He thought it was saving him time and energy. What he didn't realize was that each can carried layers of saturated fats and additives that slowly clogged his arteries and made his joints ache. Over the years, his doctors traced much of his decline back to his steady habit of eating processed canned meats. And sadly, this is a pattern many seniors fall into without noticing, until the damage is already done. The problem isn't just the fat and chemicals. It's also the illusion of safety. When meat comes sealed neatly in a can, it feels protected and preserved. But in reality, it's been stripped of its natural balance. Heavy salt, artificial preservatives, and unhealthy fats combine to create an internal storm, fueling inflammation, raising blood pressure, worsening diabetes, and accelerating heart problems. And here's something deeper to consider. Canned meats often feed into habits of isolation. Cooking fresh food, even something simple, can create moments of connection with family or neighbors. But opening a can of processed meat becomes a solitary act. The stomach may be full, but the spirit is left hungry. Over time, that quiet shift chips away at both physical health and emotional well-being. If you truly want to protect your strength and independence as you age, moving away from canned meats is one of the best choices you can make. Fresh poultry, fish, or even plant-based proteins provide clean fuel without the toxins that drag you down. By choosing real food over convenience, you give yourself more years of clarity, energy, and vitality. If you're still with me and finding these insights helpful, go ahead and comment number 2 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, so you never miss these important health tips. Your support helps us keep bringing you life-changing content. Now, let's move on. Number 3, canned vegetables. At first, canned vegetables seem like the safest bet. After all, vegetables are supposed to be healthy, right? But when they're sealed into cans, much of their natural goodness is lost, and what replaces it can do more harm than good. Many canned vegetables are packed with added salt, sugar, or preservatives to extend their shelf life. What ends up in your bowl is not the fresh, vibrant nutrition your body craves, but a watered-down version that can quietly harm your health. Take Margaret, a 74-year-old who often relied on canned peas and carrots because it felt easier than buying fresh produce. She believed she was still doing the right thing by eating vegetables. But over the years, the hidden sodium in those cans aggravated her blood pressure, while the loss of vitamins left her feeling weak and tired. She thought she was nourishing her body, but in reality, she wasn't getting the true strength vegetables are meant to provide. The troubling part is how deceptive canned vegetables can be. Labels might boldly claim natural or farm fresh. But behind those words lies a product that has been cooked at high temperatures, stripped of fiber, and infused with salt or sweeteners. And for seniors, whose digestion slows with age, this makes matters even worse, because the very vegetables that should heal and strengthen the body end up creating new problems instead. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive, and the additives in canned vegetables can cause bloating, water retention, and even unnecessary weight gain. What looks harmless at first slowly drains away energy and vitality. And it's not just the physical effects, there's a deeper emotional one too. Eating vegetables should feel like a life-giving act, something that fuels both body and spirit. But when it's reduced to simply opening another can, that joy disappears. Cooking fresh vegetables brings back memories of family meals, the aroma of the kitchen, and the satisfaction of preparing something wholesome. Canned vegetables take away that connection, leaving meals that fill the stomach but not the heart. For seniors who want to truly protect their health, the better choice is to shift toward fresh or frozen vegetables whenever possible. Frozen vegetables, in fact, are often picked at their peak ripeness and quickly preserved, retaining far more nutrients than anything that's been sitting in a can for months or years. Choosing fresh or frozen gives your body the real nourishment it deserves, nourishment that supports strength, independence, and vitality. That's why canned vegetables, despite looking healthy, can be one of the deadliest choices for older adults. They promise health but often deliver harm, quietly undermining both body and spirit. Number 4, canned tomato products. Tomatoes are a kitchen staple, but when they come in a can, they carry risks that can be especially dangerous for seniors. Canned tomato sauces, soups, and pastes often come loaded with extra salt, sugar, and artificial flavor enhancers. These additives don't just change the taste, they change the way your body responds, creating problems with blood pressure, blood sugar, and digestion. On top of that, the natural acidity of tomatoes reacts with the lining of the can, especially those made with BPA or similar chemicals. Over time, these chemicals can leach into the food and slowly build up in your body, creating hidden toxic stress. Consider Henry, a 68-year-old who loved his weekly spaghetti nights. He leaned heavily on canned tomato sauces, believing them to be a healthier choice compared to processed meats or frozen dinners. But gradually, he started struggling with frequent heartburn, rising blood pressure, and constant fatigue. His doctor later explained that the salt, sugar, and chemicals in those sauces were straining his heart and irritating his digestion. What he thought was comfort food was quietly wearing down his health. The acidity in canned tomato products not only damages the can lining but also wreaks havoc on sensitive stomachs. Many seniors already deal with reflux and indigestion, and these products often make it worse. Too often, people chalk it up to just getting older, when in reality, their food choices play a big role. And let's not forget the sodium. Almost every canned tomato product carries dangerously high levels, creating even more risk for heart health. The danger also lies in the illusion of convenience. Canned tomato products promise a quick meal with no effort, but in exchange, they take away the richness of true nourishment. Fresh tomatoes simmered with herbs create a sauce that's healthier, gentler on digestion, and far more flavorful. Even glass-packed or carefully chosen jarred sauces are usually safer than their canned counterparts. For seniors who want to preserve their heart health, ease digestion, and regain control over what goes into their bodies, avoiding canned tomato products is a powerful step. They may look convenient, but the cost to long-term health is simply too high. By choosing fresh or glass-packed alternatives, you gain not only better health but also the deeper satisfaction of truly nourishing yourself. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, go ahead and comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss these important health tips. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Canned baked beans. Baked beans sound like a hearty, wholesome meal. But when they come from a can, they often carry dangers most seniors never suspect. Nearly all canned baked beans are loaded with added sugar, corn syrup, artificial thickeners, and preservatives. Instead of being a natural source of fiber and protein, they turn into a recipe for unstable blood sugar, inflammation, and weight gain. As we age, our bodies process sugar less efficiently. What once seemed like a harmless indulgence can now damage blood vessels, lower energy, and even affect memory. Take Walter, a 72-year-old who kept canned baked beans in his pantry for quick lunches. For him, they were a comforting reminder of home. But over time, his waistline grew, his blood sugar climbed, and his joints ached more and more. His doctor eventually told him that the syrup and additives in those beans were fueling inflammation and making his arthritis worse. What felt like comfort food was quietly robbing him of strength and vitality. The issue goes beyond sugar. The additives used to keep those beans shelf-stable often upset digestion, leading to bloating and discomfort, problems many seniors simply chalk up to getting older. And because beans are naturally nutritious, the canned versions are especially deceiving. Many seniors believe they're making a healthy choice, when in reality, they're consuming a product that works against their health. When eaten regularly, canned baked beans put extra stress on the heart and liver, organs already more fragile in later years. Over time, they even dull the taste buds, making natural foods seem bland and creating stronger cravings for processed, sugary meals. This cycle encourages poor eating habits and slowly chips away at health. The better option is to prepare beans at home or buy dried or frozen ones where you control the ingredients. Even jarred beans or low-sugar alternatives are safer than the syrupy canned versions found in most supermarkets. By making this change, seniors can still enjoy all the benefits of beans: fiber for digestion, protein for strength, and vital nutrients for energy, without the silent damage caused by sugar and chemicals. Number 6. Canned pasta meals with processed fillers. Canned pasta meals are often sold as quick, nostalgic, and satisfying. But behind the colorful labels hides one of the worst choices an older adult can make. These meals are filled with highly processed noodles stripped of nutrients, sauces thickened with corn syrup, and meats packed with preservatives. Instead of offering energy and strength, they flood the body with refined carbs, unhealthy fats, and additives that lead to fatigue, weight gain, and digestive problems. For seniors, who need every calorie to count towards supporting bones, muscles, and memory, these meals deliver nothing but empty calories and harmful chemicals. Take George, a 67-year-old who turned to canned pasta meals when he didn't feel like cooking. To him, they seemed like simple comfort food that saved time. But over the years, he noticed his belly expanding, his blood sugar rising, and his energy fading. His doctor later explained that the refined carbs and preservatives in those pasta meals were causing dangerous spikes and crashes in his blood sugar. Instead of nourishing him, those cans were dragging him closer to diabetes and draining him of vitality. What George believed was a harmless shortcut was, in truth, making him weaker day by day. The real danger of canned pasta meals lies in how they replace real nourishment with empty fillers. The pasta is usually made from bleached flour with almost no fiber, leaving digestion sluggish. The sauce is overloaded with sodium and sugar, straining the heart and causing bloating. And those tiny bits of meat? They are often nothing more than processed scraps preserved with chemicals, not fresh protein. Every bite of these meals is built more for the manufacturer's convenience than the consumer's well-being. And over time, relying on them trains the body to crave more processed foods while dulling the taste for fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. For seniors who already face challenges in the kitchen, this can create a cycle of dependency that's hard to break. Instead of supporting independence, canned pasta meals quietly chip away at it, leaving the body weaker and the spirit less resilient. The healthier path is simple: prepare pasta at home with whole grains, fresh vegetables, and a light homemade sauce. Even making a larger batch and freezing portions gives the same convenience, without the hidden dangers. For seniors determined to age with strength and vitality, saying goodbye to canned pasta meals is one of the clearest steps to protect health and preserve independence. If you're still here and finding value in this video, please comment number 6 below so I know you're with us. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss out on these important health tips. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires. Now, let's wrap up with some final thoughts. By now, it should be clear that not all canned foods are created equal. Some are quietly draining your energy, harming your heart, and stealing your independence without you even realizing it. As we get older, there's simply no room for foods that work against us. Our meals should nourish, protect, and support the lives we've worked so hard to build, not undermine them with hidden sugars, salts, and chemicals our bodies can no longer process the way they once did. But here's the hopeful truth: your body is always ready to heal, to grow stronger, and to thrive when you give it the right fuel. And change doesn't have to feel overwhelming. It begins with one decision, one can at a time. Swap processed soups for homemade broth. Replace sugary canned beans with simple dried ones. Say goodbye to canned pasta meals and embrace whole, fresh ingredients instead. These are not just dietary changes, they are powerful acts of self-care. You've earned the right to feel good in your body, to move with confidence, and to live each day with clarity and strength. Avoiding harmful canned foods isn't about fear, it's about wisdom. And you, through a lifetime of experience, already have that wisdom within you. Now it's time to use it to protect yourself and the people you love. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts inspire and encourage us more than you know. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support keeps us motivated to continue creating content that empowers seniors to live healthier, stronger, and wiser lives. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.